GEMS3, we specifically look at the business environment, so that is making it easier for people to do business in Nigeria. It could be very, very small or even micro enterprises, traders in the street, or it could be big enterprises, big companies that want to invest in Nigeria and need help doing so. So GEMS3 has three main focal areas. Tax, so that's making it easier for people to pay tax in Nigeria. Land, that's making it easier for people to register land and to improve the land system. And investment. Now, investment covers a range of different areas, including making it easier to access finance, making it easier to register your business, streamlining the business licensing procedure, and also a big one for us is investment promotion.
Under the tax intervention, when we started with the state, we also had to do a diagnostics to find out what are the real challenges.
We are getting some harassment from tax collectors or revenue collectors within the market, where there is double taxation within the market area.
Revenue shile damuwa mu ba, amma abin da ke damu 'yan kasuwa ita ce muna biyan revenue ba mu ga abin da an yi mana ba.
4 years ago, we dey get problem for this market because of this area boys where they enter market, they harass us and collect money.
Many businesses claimed that they had paid taxes, but the money was disappearing. The collection systems were so poor that rarely did those in government see any taxes actually being lodged in their accounts. So weak system, multiple taxation, harassment of taxpayers.
GEMS3 came at that critical time to support the state in ensuring that taxpayers pay taxes with ease and to streamline, the tax collection, the documentation, accounting, and so forth.
All evidence points to the fact that by implementing these changes and these reforms, IGR does increase. You're cutting leakages in the tax system, you're widening the tax net, and engaging people that were previously not wishing to be engaged by the tax system. What we did was we created a toolkit for tax which said, if we're going to deal with these constraints, here are the 5 or 10 ways that we are going to go about doing that. Now that toolkit was developed in our pilot areas, and now it's something that can be replicated.
Under the tax, we already have 2 good laws, the LGA and the MDA harmonized law, which has a legal backing, is a legal document. Whoever is in government must work and implement those laws.
In Kogi State generally, we have over 200 different items of tax. So thank God for the advent of GEMS3. With the intervention, we've been able to bring that in line with the Constitution of Nigeria to 19 items.
Passing legislation is a big piece for us. If something's grounded in law, it's very difficult to roll back. So for our tax reforms, we have supported the passage of legislation to back the reforms in all of the states we work. Tax for Service is a program whereby a deal is reached between the private sector, usually a market organization, and the local government, and they say if we pay this amount of tax, how much of that will be put back into localized, very localized projects.
The people that are paying the taxes are now seeing it because there is an MOU. The minimum that an LGA can spend is 20% of the total money spent.
We are now in the cattle market, which the traders requested under the PPD agreement of tax for service that it should be refinanced because some part have gone down. So as you can see, this is a new construction of the markets. From that angle up to that level, it was newly constructed because initially there was no fence. It has gone down. So they requested for that and the local government graciously did it for them.
The local government is able to evacuate an extension of the market, and where a toilet is built, they have cleared it now, the toilet is in use.
Like in Dusi, the tax for service they requested for is the provision of generating set in Duse Motor Park, the ultra-modern motor park. As part of the promise of the local government, they use water and then disinfectant to clean up the abattoir, both inside and outside.
Yes, we will continue paying if the government is going to provide services for us to improve our businesses, like this.
Domin jamsiri na sun shiga sun sa mana pompo. Jamsiri na sun shiga sun ba mu toilet. Inda muka ce mu ma mun taba ruwan gwamnati kenan.
There is one other thing that that allows the taxpayer to complain. They say the complaints register. It's not a one-way thing. You know, the taxpayer now can be able to register complaints on the amount fixed, for example, in the collection system. This is so that the complaints are processed and then looked at.
We have been able to institute a very credible tax complaints unit. So right now, taxpayers in Ejigbo can send a text message on tax complaints. They can call numbers and they are sure that they will get a reply. They also can send email and can also come to the local council to render their tax complaint.
Now the coming of Gen 3 has built the capacity of the revenue officers, and so they now have a way of collecting the taxes without harassing both the women and the men.
We were trained on how to improve our relationship with taxpayers so as we could improve the revenue itself.
Where there was a communication gap before, now it's been filled. So they have less squabbles now with taxpayers.
Because of the improved collection systems, which essentially paying directly to the bank or secure receipting, but also the greater awareness of what's to be paid and working with local governments to collect the right amount, we believe that we've also helped the government substantially increase their revenue profile.
With the introduction of a more scientific method of revenue collection, engendered the confidence in the people.
So POP yẹn ó dáa, ó less stress. Láti bàbá fẹ́ lọ kówó sí báńkì nísìn, a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tilẹ̀kùn, a lọ queue ká tó sanwó, ká tó ṣe.
We like that machine so that whenever they collect the money, we know the money, where the money is going to.
The officers will come down, tell me the process how to go about it, then I'll make use of the POS, pay my money instead of wasting my time going to the bank and all that.
We started the intervention in 2013, and within a year of working with several local governments and doing sensitization campaigns, it moved up to about 49%. That's what we got for last year. So last year we had to do a number of sensitization surveys to see what went wrong or what went right and how can we improve on it. This year I'm happy to present that we have 75% of enterprises reporting that they are aware of how much to pay, they are aware that the taxes had been harmonized.
We, the businessmen, knows our right through GEMS 3. They've typed out what you are to pay, when you are to pay, and to whom you are to pay, so that the money will go to the government direct instead of going through many hands.
This is something that is very important for Nigeria in more ways than one. We think that there'll be real demand for this. There is real demand for this, but the more we can get the word out and get governors, chairman of the BIRs involved, the better.
When they were operating, wherever they come to the shed, whatever they tell you to pay, that is what they are going to pay. This, my guys, if you come, I will tell you that this is what they say I should pay, and that is what I should pay.